10 hidden signs your partner is losing interest in you. Have you ever felt like the spark in your relationship is dimming? It can be a painful realization when you start to notice subtle changes in your partner's behavior. Relationships can be complex, and sometimes, the signs that your partner is losing interest can be hidden beneath the surface. In this video, we will explore 10 hidden signs that your partner may not be as invested in the relationship as they once were. But before we dive in, I want to hear from you. Have you experienced any of these signs in your own relationship? Or do you have other signs to share? Please leave your thoughts and suggestions in the comments below. Now, let's get started. 1. Decreased communication. One of the first signs that your partner may be losing interest is a noticeable decline in communication. Initially, conversations flowed easily, filled with laughter and meaningful exchanges. You likely shared everything from daily experiences to deep feelings and future aspirations. However, if you find that your partner is no longer engaging in discussions or seems disinterested when you talk, it could indicate a shift in their feelings. You might notice short responses or one-word answers, which can feel dismissive and frustrating. Additionally, a lack of questions about your day or interests can signal that they are no longer invested in your life. If your partner avoids deeper conversations about feelings or future plans, it may suggest they are emotionally withdrawing from the relationship. Communication is the foundation of any strong partnership. When it starts to fade, it's a red flag worth addressing. 2. Absence of affection. Physical affection is another crucial component of any romantic relationship. It's how we express love and connection through touch, whether it's holding hands, cuddling on the couch, or sharing passionate kisses. If your partner has stopped initiating these gestures or seems less enthusiastic about physical intimacy, it may signal a loss of interest. You might observe a decrease in physical touch overall. Perhaps they no longer reach for you during movies or shy away from intimate moments that once brought you closer together. A lack of expressing love through gestures, like surprise hugs or playful touches, can also indicate emotional distance. If cuddling or sitting close together becomes rare, it's important to reflect on what this change means for your relationship. 3. Making excuses. If your partner frequently makes excuses to avoid spending time together, it could be a sign that they are pulling away. While everyone gets busy from time to time with work and personal commitments, consistent avoidance can indicate waning interest. Common excuses might include statements like, "I have too much work, I'm not feeling well," or "I need some alone time." While it's normal to need space occasionally, if this becomes a pattern, especially when you suggest activities or outings, it could mean they are not prioritizing the relationship as they once did. Pay attention to how often these excuses arise and whether they seem genuine or just convenient. 4. Lack of future planning. When partners are invested in each other, they often talk about future plans, whether it's vacations, moving in together, or long-term goals like marriage and family. These discussions help solidify the bond between partners and provide a sense of direction for the relationship. If your partner has stopped discussing future plans with you or seems indifferent when you bring them up, it may indicate a lack of commitment. You may find them avoiding discussions about future events altogether or dismissing ideas for trips or shared experiences with comments like, "We'll see," or "I'm not sure." This reluctance to include you in their long-term plans can be disheartening and may suggest that they are not envisioning a future together anymore. 5. Emotional distance. Emotional connection is vital for a healthy relationship. It fosters intimacy and trust between partners. If you notice your partner becoming emotionally distant, whether they're less responsive to your feelings or seem preoccupied, it could be a sign that they are losing interest. You might see a lack of empathy during tough times when you need support. Perhaps they don't seem to care about what you're going through anymore. If they are not being present during conversations, distracted by their phone or seemingly lost in thought, it can create feelings of isolation within the relationship. Withdrawing from emotional discussions can also indicate that they are shutting down rather than engaging with you on a deeper level. 6. Reduced interest in your life. When partners care for each other, they show genuine interest in each other's lives, asking about work, friends, and personal challenges. If your partner has stopped asking questions or showing curiosity about your life, it might suggest they are disengaging from the relationship altogether. You may notice them no longer asking about your day or ignoring updates about significant life events like promotions at work or personal achievements. If they forget important dates, like anniversaries or milestones, it can feel hurtful and signal that they are not as invested as before. A lack of engagement in each other's lives can create emotional distance and lead to feelings of neglect. 7. Increased secrecy. If your partner starts being secretive, hiding their phone, avoiding discussions about their whereabouts, or being vague about their plans, it could signal a lack of interest or emotional withdrawal from the relationship. Increased secrecy often raises suspicions and can create an environment of distrust. Red flags include withholding information about their day-to-day life. If they used to share everything but now seem guarded about their activities, it's worth noting. Being defensive when asked simple questions can also indicate that they're hiding something, or at least not being fully open with you. Changing topics when personal matters arise can further illustrate their desire to keep things private rather than fostering transparency between you two. 8. Less support during tough times. A supportive partner is essential during difficult times. This support helps strengthen bonds and build resilience within the relationship. If you find that your partner is no longer there for you when you need them most, whether emotionally or practically, it may indicate that they are losing interest. Signs of reduced support include not offering help when you're stressed out about work or personal issues. Instead of being there for you during challenging moments, they might dismiss your feelings during crises with comments like, "It's not that big of a deal." Failing to check on you during tough situations can also highlight their emotional withdrawal. If they don't seem concerned about how you're doing anymore, it could mean they're pulling away. 9. Neglecting shared interests. When partners lose interest in each other, they often stop engaging in activities they once enjoyed together, activities that help strengthen their bond over time. If your partner shows little enthusiasm for shared hobbies or interests that brought you closer, it may be a sign of disinterest. You might observe them avoiding activities you used to do together. Perhaps date nights have become infrequent or mundane instead of exciting adventures as before. Not suggesting new experiences as a couple can signal complacency. If one person is consistently trying to plan fun outings while the other declines every invitation without counter-suggestions, it reflects an imbalance in investment levels within the relationship. 10. Changes in intimacy. Finally, intimacy goes beyond physical connection. It includes emotional closeness as well, and both aspects are essential for maintaining a healthy romantic bond between partners. If the intimacy between you has shifted, becoming more mechanical rather than affectionate, it might indicate that your partner's feelings have changed. Signs to notice include less emotional sharing during intimate moments. If conversations during these times feel superficial rather than deeply connecting experiences filled with vulnerability and trust-building dialogue, something may be off-kilter within the dynamic between you two. Physical intimacy feeling routine rather than passionate can also signal disinterest. If there is little effort put into creating romantic experiences together anymore, like planning surprise dates, this could further illustrate how disconnected both partners have become over time. Recognizing these hidden signs can be challenging but essential for understanding the state of your relationship. If you've noticed several of these indicators manifesting over time, and especially if they've become more pronounced, it may be time to have an open and honest conversation with your partner about where things stand between you two. Remember, communication is key. Share your thoughts and experiences related to these signs in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. What have been some red flags you've encountered? Or perhaps you found ways to reignite the spark? Let's discuss. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content on relationships and personal growth. Until next time, take care and stay connected.